Holy shit balls. We need to talk, guys. That's exactly what we're talking about in the spoiler review of Invincible. Whoa, guys. Whoa. I mean, this episode was excellent. Last episode, bravo. Last episode was a little bit more of a you kind of it was slower, right? But they introduced a lot of elements in there, and you thought it resolved in the last episode, but then they actually carried on a little bit into this episode, which I was kind of really shocked by. Oh my god, man! This episode was fantastic. This felt like I was watching an animated movie. This was kind of like a DC kind of hardcore, like Justice League, the Apocalypse War, or even a little bit of Phantom of the Mask, Batman. Like this was really good, guys. Really fucking good. This is a TV mature spoiler review, so just to let you guys, there's gonna be some fucking language in here because we're gonna get brutal with this thing. First of all, I love that Amber knows. She's always known that Mark was invincible. Well, she's known like 2 weeks ago, like she knew that Mark was invincible. I really felt that way. I thought it was gonna be like a Mary Jane situation when she knew all along that Peter was Spider-Man. I really like the relationship. Mark was when he revealed himself to be invincible. She's like, yeah, I fucking know. I love that scene. It was comedic, but then like heartbreaking at the same time because Mark didn't realize like she was angry because Mark didn't trust her. In a relationship, you have to have trust. I was actually, even Eve tells Mark at some point in this episode. And to me, I was like, yeah, why didn't Mark kind of tell her if he is really invested in this relationship? So maybe she isn't truly the one, but I really do like the Amber and Mark situation, even though it seems like it's kind of over. But man, like there's so much, like I thought it was going to be a nice, a slower kind of episode again. The pacing seemed like it was just had a nice little flow, and then it just fucking goes bananas. This thing goes to 11 real quick, real quick. The things I love about this episode, first of all, the interactions were fantastic. Characters that I liked before, now I love. I think a lot of character like not necessarily development, but you get to know these characters even more. Like the Mauler twins and Robot are fantastic in this episode. The Mauler twins are so fucking smart. They're such, and I love how they designed where to not the original, I guess, Mauler twin or Mauler designed to make clones to make it seem, make it, he did this on purpose to make sure that like they don't know which one's clone and which is not, because there would be like constant fighting. So they always joke around like I'm the real clone. They mess around. Robot. So I didn't know what was going on with Robot, and now it all they tell you everything that why he got a sample of Rex, what that fucking thing was in a tube, and what why he freed the Mauler twins. Amazing. The Robot is actually the thing in the tube, right? Watching this episode, he's the thing in the tube, and he's grotesque, but they cloned a Rex body, a small little boy Rex. He specifically wanted, I guess, that age. I thought it was fucking hilarious when when Rudy gets introduced to the new Guardians. He's doing this for Monster Girl because he's in love with Monster Girl, but Rex is tripping balls. He's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I thought that was hilarious. But Robot, there is a great sentimental scene because I guess it's kind of crazy because the little grotesque little real Rudy, I guess you want to call him, or Robot, when they do the transfer, so to speak, it's not the same as Mauler twins. It's either when this younger version of Robot, this Rex clone Rudy of Robot, it's either going to be the original one in this body and his conscience, or it's going to be kind of like a transfer over where it's going to be like a new life, but it's robot in there, but his like consciousness is everything that robot has experienced is in Rudy. But it's like a toss up. Either it's going to be the original or it's not, right? It's somewhat is going to. It's not the same as the Muller twins. They explained this in the episode, and that's what that heartfelt scene. Like I couldn't believe how much I really cared for the scene when little Rex Rudy wakes up and the Muller twins like, yeah, I guess you lucked out, man. I guess you're because there's a lot of Akira references in here. And a lot of just general anime references. You know, the hand. I love the scene where little Rex Rudy has his hand up, and you see the original robot or the grotesque Rudy, his hand right there. You think that they're going to combine, and it's gonna be the original robot in this body, but it's not. The grotesque one is actually still alive, and he wasn't able to fully, even though it said 100%, he wasn't able to go into that his own conscious, his you could say spirit. It kind of has like a Ghost in the Shell kind of deal. His spirit couldn't go in there, so it's kind of like a new life that has been presented, but it is still robot. It's confusing a little bit, but not when you watch the episode. So that scene where the original robot, original Rudy, is saying and then the new life, the Rudy robot, Rex, he tells him like, I could put you back in the tank. You could survive. We could, rule this. We could figure this out together. And then I just love this scene. And grotesque robot is just like, nah, I want this. Go live your life. Do what you want. Like there's such sympathy there. And he says like, just go live your life. I want this. I want to die. I want to die. I want you to experience what I never got to experience. So the original dies, but yet he's kind of reborn, so to speak, in like little Rex Rudy. Oh my God, such a great scene. I didn't think I was going to get hit that hard, I didn't think I was going to really like that as sentimental as it was. And then it goes on to like little Rex Rudy basically or robot basically gets robots, and he alters the deal, right? The whole dialogue between the robot and the Muller twins, even the grotesque robot in the tank with the Muller twins, like this, the dialogue was great. Like I was like glued to the screen because I really love the exchanges and the Muller twins exchanging, words, and the humor in this. Like there's really subtle humor in here, which is fantastic. So right when robot gets what he wants, he's like, okay, you guys got to go back to jail. And they're like, oh, what the fuck, and then you get this big ass robot going. The action sequences once again, the action sequences on point once again in this episode. I fucking love this show and the action they present. It's brutal. It could be a little bit repetitive. We see that I'll explain that a little later on when we get into the major fights, but some of it's so unique and so quick. I love the quickness of a lot of the deaths, and I love how every move is not wasted. There's no wasted movement in the animation in this series. I fucking love this show. So robot situation. I love robot situation. No, everything that came, and then he's still a good guy. He's trying to he used the Muller twins. But when he presents himself as little Rudy, clone, or he's not even a clone anymore. He's still like robot. When he introduces himself as Rudy, Rex goes bonkers, to the New Guardians. And I love the whole celebration with Monster Girl and Rex dumping all the milk and putting beer in there. That was hilarious. Black Samson got his powers back. So it's great to see that the whole crew is still alive after a couple episodes ago. But when Rudy presents himself and like Monster Girl gets it, she knows there's a connection there. She knows what he's done, but she's still kind of like, this is kind of weird. And it reasonably so. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Robot, that wasn't right. First of all, you took this dude's DNA. You didn't even ask him if you could use his little teen body. And Rex is rightfully so freaked out. And I loved every moment of it. Rex sometimes could be annoying, but he was on the right here. He was definitely on the right. I don't necessarily like that robot picks Rex to look like. I don't want to see a little, because I'm not very fond of the character. I would have loved to see robot maybe with a different a different body, or maybe even like his he created a body, like a ghost in, like I said, Ghost in the Shell. But it is what it is, and it did bring a lot of funny ass moments for using that body. But you could tell that robot actually, I thought he was gonna be evil, but he ended up being like he did a thing that wasn't right, but it feels like he's kind of back to the good. Like he still feels like a protector, so to speak. He feels like he's gonna help in the fight against Omni-Man. Whew, Omni-Man, bro. Omni-Man, dude. So Debbie is an awesome character. She is more of a Lois Lane in this series and more of a badass than Amy Adams is in any of the Zack Snyder movies. Debbie, Sandra Oh is fantastic. Debbie, straight out, like she could fucking hold her own, man. When she's like telling Omni-Man, the question is, why did Omni-Man do this, right? And Omni-Man continues to like dodge the question, and she ain't having that shit. She is not. She said that you should have told me. You didn't. You all these years. So Omni-Man kind of flies out, and then you got the secret like service kind of team, or the secret SWAT little team with their camouflage and shit show up, and then Debbie goes with Cecil. Omni-Man kind of like prepares himself to tell Mark. Mark gets dumped, so he's with Eve. I like the dynamic between him and Eve. Eve telling him you're an idiot. But Omni-Man, and then of course, you had William talking to Mark. I thought that was pretty funny where, he's like, I'm just, a true friend would tell the truth. And Mark's like, nah, man, I got to talk to somebody else. You're like not really, helping me out here. I will say Mark was such a crybaby in this episode. He's of course he's a teenager. I get it. But in this episode, he really felt like just get over yourself, Mark, right? Get over yourself. I think because there's so many things happening in this episode that are bigger than Mark and his relationship problems, especially since his one friend's lover, or even, pretty much lover, just absolutely gets destroyed, right? His whole life is done because he's this crazy ass freaking RoboCop looking thing, that we saw in the previous episode, which I love. They brought those guys in to go against Omni-Man. Like Cecil threw everything at Omni-Man. Everything. R.I.P. Donald. Oh, my sweet Donald. Yo, Donald, man, going out like a fucking champ. It was an honor serving you. Going out like a champ. He said, suck my balls. Donald was great, man. Omni-Man, the brutality when he like goes back home and he sees that there's like a little shimmer, and he fucking he wipes all this like SWAT team looking. Cecil's people are out, right? Bodies are getting decapitated. Guts are flying everywhere. Finds Donald like a champ, holding back Omni-Man to let at least 2 people live throughout this whole fucking carnage. I don't know if they actually did live because he sacrifices. I love how Omni-Man has like the back of his spine. It really felt like a Predator kind of movie, and he's just like crushing it. And Donald's like, it's been an honor. And Omni-Man's like, oh, who are you talking to? Bitch. Boom! Blows up the whole place. It didn't affect Omni-Man whatsoever. And Cecil saying the honor was mine. Like I love Cecil. But Cecil, yes, Debbie is right though. Debbie hates Cecil. And Cecil hates himself but Cecil is doing what he has to do to stop the greatest threat on planet Earth. And he used to be the greatest protector on planet Earth. So once this shit hit the fan, it was all about trying to stop Omni-Man or trying to find somebody to stop him. And Mark is that somebody. So Omni-Man's going after Mark to tell him what's the deal. Maybe have him come to his side of the things, because Omni-Man loves his wife and he loves his son. I absolutely truly believe that. He's not a monster like that. There's continues. Cecil even says there's a reason why you did this. I don't know what it is, but you're not telling me. Debbie deserves to know. Omni-Man has a reason. Debbie straight out tells him, like, those are your friends. Those are the jealousy, the overall Omni-Man not caring for the Guardians, like professionally wise, I could feel like he at least had some some heartstring pull affection towards these guys, right? He absolutely loves his wife and son. You see that throughout this whole series. So I absolutely believe that. I want to know why he did it. But right now he's going towards Mark, and Cecil is trying every way possible to stop him. He uses those little robot-looking things, those guys that Sinclair made, to try to stop him. And they actually fucking bite the I thought it was great using the teeth. It really felt like Walking Dead a little bit. Fucking Nolan's skin is, it's like Superman, right? Can Superman shave? I think he does shave in the Zack Snyder movies, but he's just like, it's like rubber. They can't do anything to him, but they're really like Nolan gets his ass kicked in this show, especially when we get to the kaiju that he fought before. And they just pump that kaiju with drugs and adrenaline, and it's pissed, and like it could kill Nolan. That's what I took out of the episode. Like, if Mark didn't show up and Eve didn't show up, Nolan, Omni-Man would have fucking died against that kaiju, because that kaiju was whooping ass. Mark actually took it down, even though Mark continues to get his ass kicked. I know somebody told me in the comments he continues to get his ass kicked throughout the series. But man, he really gets his ass kicked. Let you guys know, I don't read the comics, so I'm just like fucking mind blown a little bit. I just love how the series is. It does remind me of like the first season of The Boys a little bit, but I actually like this more. I feel like I feel like the editing in this is fantastic, and the introduction to a lot of these characters, really getting to know these characters. There's no wasted, like the show itself. There's no wasted movement. There's no wasted punches being thrown or anything like that. Like, the voice acting is phenomenal. Everything, the pacing has been smooth and great, and the action has been fantastic. Like, I can't praise the show anymore. Yes, you get slower episodes like the last episodes, but then those episodes mean something because you get introduced to shit in this episode. Sinclair is in this episode again. So I am hyped. I am loving it. So going back to the Kaiju's beating the shit out of Omni-Man, right? The fights were great. I love the fight. It felt like a Bruce Lee's last movie. It was called I was gonna say The Last Dragon, but it was called Game of Death, right? His original plan was to go from to a dojo, and there'd be 3 different levels or 4 different levels, and each one would have a different opponent, different style, and then that's when we see the scene of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So that's what it felt like in this episode. It felt like there was a dojo, and there's so many different opponents Omni-Man has to face. So many different weapons, like the laser that shoots from the sky, that kind of soul looking thing. That was an Akira reference if I had never seen one before. That was Akira all right there. Fan-fucking-tastic. So eventually Mark does get there. Then nobody gets the word to Mark. I love Cecil's transportation. I thought it was his own power, but it seemed like he has a wristband. Dude, I was so scared for Cecil. I thought his ass was going to die in this one. But because releasing the kaiju, they don't have enough power to generate to him to get to Mark or Eve to tell him what the whole situation is and give them little teleportation wristbands. So Mark does not know anything. He actually prevents Nolan's death by helping and fighting that kaiju. And then they team up, but then fucking Mahler twins, man, they had a backup plan if things went awry with Robot. So they actually regenerate, or I should say resurrect the Immortal. And the Immortal, I love the little flashes we see. It kind of reminded me of X-Men Origins. The only good part of that movie was the beginning, where you see the different eras of Logan and Sabretooth. So that was exactly what it felt like when I saw the Immortal come back to life. And he is pissed. And he goes after fucking Nolan. It's like a Superman Zod fight from Man of Steel. Immortal's holding his own, but of course Nolan, Omni-Man gets the best of him. But there's like, Mark sees him just like kill Immortal, rip his torso, even though Immortal plunges his eyes. It is all broadcasted too. Everybody around the world sees what Omni-Man is doing. Like it's insane. And then Mark tackles the kaiju. He's able to beat the kaiju with the electricity. He zaps him, right? So you get the Omni-Man and you get the Mark. Now they're gonna have this talk because Mark is like stunned at what his father has just done to the immortal. Fucking great, you know. Fucking great. I thought we were gonna get the talk this episode, but it looks like we're getting the next episode. This episode was so fucking paced so well. It just got better and better and better and better and better. I love this episode. The voice acting. So it was Zachary Quinto as Robot. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's coming back because the little Rex Rudy robot is voiced by, I believe, somebody else. I believe he's voiced by somebody else. It's not Zachary Quinto, that's a damn shame because I love Zachary Quinto as Robot. I think Zachary Quinto does a fantastic job in here. This was great, man. This was great. I can't praise it any other higher. I guess the only issue I would have was like maybe a better score. I would love to hear some like nice, like more. I guess the score's fine but I feel like it can elevate a scene or it can elevate a series a little bit more. So I guess the only critique I would have is maybe a better score so I can have on my playlist. You know, that's the only thing I could really critique on this. I think everything you could say a little bit of William stuff. I know maybe a lot of people get annoyed with William, but I thought that was fine and dandy. You know, I like William as a character. I think he doesn't bullshit. Mark, I like I thought Omni-Man was going to kill him, honestly, when he was asking where the fuck Mark was. And then William had to really tell him everything he knows. You know, he told him everything he knows. So good. So good. I don't know what else to say. This episode was fantastic. If you're not watching Invincible, get on it. You're missing out. You're missing out on greatness. I haven't gotten this so excited for this series. I haven't gotten this excited with like a Robert Kirkman property since the Walking Dead comics. The Walking Dead comics until they got probably till the Negan War, right? Before that, like this got me hyped as much as I like the prison arc and the governor. It feels like that when reading the comics because this is Robert Kirkman, right? Fantastic. Amazon, thank you. Amazon has balls. This series is brutal, but the brutality and the violence is beautiful. It's an art. You know, it is there to like shock you. Yeah, I feel like it serves the story even more. It really showcases the power, the fucking the frightfulness of Omni-Man, man. I mean, just we're frightened with this character. What can he do? There's a reason why people are saying Homelander versus Omni-Man, right? Now, when with Omni-Man, like, what's gonna happen now? Now that the cat's out of the bag and everything's gone bananas and everything's all over the place, what's gonna happen now? That's what I want to know. So, so great. So great. That's a goddamn good series right there. Thank you guys for listening. I would give this episode a 10 out of 10. There is nothing really to critique about this episode. If you're going to throw small critiques out there, like really, I mean, this is what everything you wanted. This is everything you want in an episode. This is fantastic. I did think the crows, like, falling on the ground, an eagle, and the devastation of all the nature with that soul like beam, right? I thought that was kind of funny a little bit. It's bad to say that, but it's kind of funny. It's just how they just like drop like that. It's just insane. This is great. This is a 10 out of 10 episode, man. Now I'm just like wondering what the hell's gonna happen next episode. Oh, so good. Thank you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. I not only have Invincible reviews, but I also have Mayans. I have other TV shows. Mortal Kombat review coming on its way. So lots of different videos, a lot of different topics. Come, subscribe, join the team. Like the video because it does help my channel grow. Would really appreciate it. And then also, watch the series. Watch the series, please, whoever, if you're watching this and you're intrigued and you know you haven't even, you maybe watched a couple of episodes, you haven't started from the beginning, watch the whole thing to this point and then keep going. You know, this is great. This is great shit. This is awesome. So, thank you guys. I'm Dan Mega, and I am out of here. See you guys.